You're doing too much. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're doing too much. Part of the reason you're doing too much is because you can't say no. And you keep piling new stuff on your already growing piles. Well, I've got a solution for you. Hi, I'm Mr. Productivity. Welcome to the Mr. Productivity Podcast, and I want to introduce you to something I created. It's called the ODAE Framework. ODAE, O-D-A-E. It stands for Outsource, Delegate, Automate, and Eliminate. I love simplicity. So let me help you get massive amounts of stuff off your plate so you can work on the things not only that you're really good at, but you love to do. So here is how the ODAE framework works. Over several days, and I don't want to tell you an exact number of days because I don't know how many things are on your list of things to do. Once you carry a notebook with you. Now you can use your phone, but I encourage you to use a paper notebook or a sheet of paper, because when you write it down in your own writing means more. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down everything you do, whether you need to do it, whether you love to do it or not. I want you to write down everything you do over the course of several days. Don't judge, don't edit, don't go, should I really write this down? Write it down if you're not sure. When you think you've captured about 90% of the list, here's what I want you to do. I want you to set that list aside and forget about it for a whole day. On the following day, I want you to pick that list up and I want you to gift yourself 90 minutes to go through this exercise. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to go through that list 4 times. No shortcuts. 4 times. The first time you're going to go through and anything that can be outsourced, I want you to put an O next to it. Go through the entire list. Then go through the list the second time and put a D next to anything that can be delegated. All the way to the bottom of the list. Go through it a third time. Put a letter A next to anything that can be automated. Again, the entire list. Then go through it a 4th time and write the letter E next to anything that can be eliminated. Now remember, no shortcuts. Don't go to the first item and go, is this an O, a D, an A, an E? It's powerful if you go through the list 4 times. Now, here's where the magic happens. When you have this list completely done, and by the way, some of the items will not have an O, a D, an A, or an E next to it. I'm going to tell you what to do with those in a minute. So what do you do with these items that have an O, a D, an A, or an E next to it? This is crazy. You actually go outsource or delegate or automate, or my favorite letter, eliminate. Now, if you need help, you can go to AI or you can go to Google and say, how do I outsource? Fill in the blank. How do I delegate? Fill in the blank. By the way, outsourcing is generally outside your company or your business. Delegate is to another department. They're kind of a gray area, so don't waste your time overthinking this. Then you go to AI or Google or whoever and you say, how do I automate this task? You would be surprised in 2025 how many things you're doing can be automated. Now, my favorite letter, the letter E, eliminate. How many things are you doing on a day-to-day basis because you've always done them and you have no idea why you're doing them? You need to eliminate these things. Now, this is the thing I get the most pushback on. What? Hold on. You can temporarily delete these items. You can temporarily eliminate these items, maybe for 7 days, maybe for 30 days. And if your world does not melt down, get rid of them permanently. The whole point of the ODAE exercise, the whole point is to get the stuff off your plate that can be outsourced, delegated, automated, or eliminated so you have less to do. And the things that you didn't put an O, a D, an A, or an E next to are things that you should be really good at and you should be excited at doing. Okay? Now, caution. Once you go through this list and you got all the stuff off your plate Anytime you want to add something to your list, that big pile, I want you to run it through the ODAE exercise. Could this task be outsourced? If it can, do it in the beginning. Don't start doing it and then outsource it. Do it immediately. Can this task be delegated? If so, do it immediately. Don't even put it on your list of things to do. Can this item be automated? Here's the key. Can it be automated, but you don't want to automate it? Is there someone you can delegate the automation to? See how this all ties together? And if it doesn't really need to be done, how about you just eliminate it before you even put it on your calendar? It's really important because you go through the ODAE exercise, but then you start adding more crap onto it, you're going to have the same problem. I also want you to put on your reminders list, maybe the first Monday of every month, to do the ODAE exercise again. Now, after you do it the first time, if you're sticking to being strong with your ODAE list, it should not take you as long as the first time. The point is, you want to keep things on your calendar, on your to-do list, on your project list that you're really good at and you're excited to do. Everything else should be outsourced, delegated, automated, or eliminated. I told you, I'm a fan of simplicity. This is a very powerful strategy I've been teaching my clients for years. Now you have the information. What are you going to do? Are you going to go, wow, that's a really great idea, Mr. Productivity. Go take action. Go execute. That's where the magic happens. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Mr. Productivity Podcast. I'll be back real soon with a brand new episode. But before then, remember, stay productive, but more importantly, stay positive. And between you and me, I love Winnie the Pooh. I'm a big fan of Tigger, so I identify as Tigger. So be Tigger, be Winnie the Pooh, do not be Eeyore. We'll see you next time.